Hello and welcome back to Open Plains here in City Skylines. We're doing pretty well. We have almost 80,000 people. Granted, our happiness could be a little bit better. Oh no, that's weekly change. I see, so we're actually losing people at the moment. I can't see that happening for long. I think we're going to go back into the green with people moving in. If we look at our budget, we're doing pretty well. Money's doing fairly good, so we're all right. Over here in Butler Hills, we're doing okay. Let's have a look here. So our average zone is 3 and a bit for residential zoning, and for offices it's almost 3 third level. And over on Mountain View, our commercial is coming into the 3rd zone. Our offices are in the 3rd zone, or at least coming into it, and our residential is getting up there as well to the final level it can be, which is fantastic. One thing I think I'll do this episode is really focus on this area over here. It's quite vital that we get some decent rail going, and also I've just noticed this is a bit skew-iff, so I might redo this a little bit. So there's a couple of things I want to do before I touch that, and mainly being this over here. This exit here, we've had some issues with the traffic just taking so long. I mean, you can see here it's backed up all the way back on some of the roads, so it's probably, I mean, these are all giveaways, and I mean, look at that. I mean, I can't have that any longer. It must be affecting our sales. So I think I'm going to go into, where are we here? Time traffic lights. And as I saw some great progress from last episode, I'm going to go into it, and I'm just going to quickly double check the lanes. So that's all right. That's okay. Maybe we should just have a right-hand lane here. But that should be fine. And then that one's all of them. Okay, so we need to bear in mind that our trams are running through here quite regularly. So if I set up a time traffic lights, we're literally going to have, if I add a junction to this traffic light, what does that mean? Click on another junction to add it. Both lights will be joined such that the timed program will control both junctions at once. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, for now, let's just focus on getting this right. So the first one I'm going to do, we're going to have a minimum of 3, a maximum of 5. And it's going to be these guys red, of course the foot traffic all red, and then we're going to have green light, green light, green light, green light, so everything can just flow a little bit. Oh, I see, it's got an individual one for change mode. Okay. Right, in that case, change mode? There we go. Change mode. So, we don't want people crossing just yet. We will turn off right-hand turns. That means that no one will be crossing the traffic. So we'll add that one. And then we'll add another step. In this one, these will be green, and these won't be. and we'll allow foot traffic to... It's a shame that we can't allow foot traffic to go across to the middle. That would be really useful, to be honest, but we can't do that for some reason. Unless change mode, manual, auto. I mean, maybe I could just set it to auto and it will work itself out, hopefully. So yeah, we're going to allow things to turn right, and we'll add that. And then in the next step, this lot's going to stop, and these guys are going to have green to go. And I'm going to up this one to a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 7, just to try and get the traffic flowing. And then we will go on to the next step, and this one will be a minimum of 2, a maximum of 3, because it doesn't need as much time. This set of lights doesn't need as much time, so we'll allow that to go, and that should allow us to hopefully have all of our things going. And I'll do one last step for all of the foot traffic to go, so that will allow everyone to keep moving. Not 3A, and 2 to 3 seconds, or whatever it is, ticks, seconds, should be good for that. So let's just have a look through them again quickly and double check what's going on. So let's view this one. That one should be... Oh, sorry, edit that one. This one should be green. This is when all the foot traffic can move. And then actually this one should be red. So just traffic from here is going, and it's going to be quite short. It's only going to be 2 to 3 seconds. Let's have a look at this one. Yep, I need to change that these guys are on red, and that should be fine. And then let's have a look at this one. Yeah, that seems all right. So that's people turning right. It's a bit of a shame that I can't change so they can turn left. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and I'll also allow these guys to turn left if they want to in that one. And then let's have a look at the last one. So that's straight on ahead and left, and straight on ahead and left. That's fantastic. And let's see that in action. So if I play the game on 1 speed, no, the police just go straight through. That's understandable. They're police. And it looks like everything is actually starting to move, which is fantastic. These guys had a bit longer of a go than normal. And it looks like things are flowing. It's a little bit annoying for these guys to have to wait, but it just means that everything can flow. And then we're back down to here where we have another issue. So I might try and set up a timed one on this one. So if I select node, set up time traffic, add a step. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to split it up. So we'll change this lot, and we'll change these, and we'll change these. So if we just have a quick look, we're looking at about a 3 to 4 minute wait, or second or whatever, just because we don't want people to be waiting too long, because otherwise it'll back up quite far. And in fact, I might allow this traffic to go for a little bit longer. So maximum of 7, minimum, oh, whoopsie daisy, minimum of 5. So that should allow a lot more traffic to flow. We won't allow foot traffic to go because we don't want people to get run over. And we'll add that step. And then we'll add another step. So this will be red on everything. We'll turn off that one and that one. And we don't want auto, we want manual. So let's see here. Next, I think we'll allow these guys to go. And I think I might just do it so that each one has their own turn. So these ones will only be 3 to 5 ticks long. And then we'll add another step. We'll turn these ones off. We'll turn these ones on. And 3 to 5 sounds about right. And then we will turn these guys off. On the next step, sorry. Turn these guys off. Turn these guys on. And that means that everything can flow a little bit easier. Where are we here? And then in the final step, everything's red and foot traffic get to go. And I would say that can be 2 to 3 long. Pedestrians seem to get a move on, which is good. And what I might even do is just add one more step and add a step for turning right. So if we do it for, say, 3 to 4, and we're literally gonna, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break these out a little bit more, and we'll break these out a little bit more. We'll break them all out a little bit more, and what we'll do is we'll allow these guys to turn left, these guys to turn right, these guys to turn right, and these guys to turn left if they want. And hopefully that just clears a little bit more what have you. Oh, we've got the game is just packaging. I really need to go in and change the autosave feature because I save after every single stream, so I don't really need to have autosaves on. I've never really used them. Obviously, it's good if I have a power cut or something and lose the progress. But to be honest with you, I think I would just restart the stream and start back from where I was on, just to try and keep things relevant. And it looks like things are flowing somewhat well. I mean, we've got a bit of tailback here. I didn't think about that. The trams are actually blocking the rest of the traffic. And what we could do is move the stops a little bit forward so that they come in and then they wait off of the road. I didn't realize that the actual traffic, the actual trams affect it. I thought they would just keep moving